This conference will now be recorded.
Today we'll work with some more case studies on Power Query. So in 7th chapter, we have some case studies. So let me work with case studies. So let me work with this one, looking up discount rate and calculate the sales. I want to look up the column discount rate and I want to calculate sales. Using the discount rate, I want to calculate the sales. So here I have the raw data. So this is the no, this is the invoice actually. This one I don't require. So this is the basic sales data. So the color which is in green color, that is my main table with that columns, reason, product group and product and sales, right? And with the yellow color, these are the lookup tables. So using that lookup tables, I want to calculate discount rate. So here in yellow color, these are the product names, Quad, Carlota, Trifly. These are the product names. So here we have these product names. So if you see the heading, it contains table and West is the reason and freestyle is the product group. So I want to work with these tables and I want to do the modification. I want to use some Power Query transformations to convert into the proper format. So this is the raw data I have, two tables I have, and I require the output like this. The final result I required in this format, the column format. I required discount rate, I required discount, I required net sales. So let me take this sheet into the query editor. First open the Power Query. So let me take source as an Excel sheet and let me take the sixth file. So here let me take lookup tables and sales data. I'm going to take these two tables which are in Excel sheet, which are in the Excel file. Let me load these files. So these two files are loading here. So I got the sales table. Sales table contains the proper table format data. I have a reason that this is my main table. Product group I have, product I have, sales. But I want to calculate discount rate and net sales. I want to calculate these two. So to calculate these two, I required discount. So discount will be in the lookup tables. The product discounts will product discounts are in lookup tables. So let me modify this. Let me remove the null values. So just disable the null value. Okay. just disable the null value. I got the null value. But in the column header, I have a record. In column header, I have a record. So let me bring that column header to the record. So for that, I have this transformation, use header as a first record. So it converted from column to the first record. So if you see the first record, it contains West. West is the reason and freestyle is the product group. So I'm going to write one condition. I'm going to write one condition. So let me tell you what is that condition. Here, if you click on the conditional column, it will display condition. In that, I can write the condition. So I have a two columns, right? If the column one contains, the column one value contains table, I required the column value. The column one contains value table, I required the column value. If the column one contains table, I required that column. If the column one contains other values like a quad, Carlotta, right fly, these are the products. For that, I am going to display null value, which will create a new column. So let me fill the data in downwards. Let me fill the data in downwards. I got the data, right? So after table one, you can see semicolon. After West, you can see underscore. Let me split the data. Let me split the data. Let me split the column by the delimiter. So here I have delimiters. After table one, there is a colon. After West reason, there is a underscore. So let me work with first colon. Let me take the delimiter as a colon. If it contains, let me take each occurrence of the delimiter. So table one will come to the one column and West underscore freestyle will be in other column. And in between West and freestyle, you can see one more delimiter, that is a underscore. Let me split these two data. Split the data by delimiter. So the delimiter is the underscore. Let me use underscore is the custom delimiter. So just type the underscore. Okay. So reason will come to the one column and prod category will be in another column. So this is the reason and this is the product category. This is the product category. Right? Just a minute. There is no power in the laptop. Let me switch it. So in this, let me remove the null values. Let me remove the null values in the column 2. And also I want to remove column 2 also. in this column 2, I want to remove the column 2 also. There is a column 2 string value is there. Let me remove it. So here I have product. So I created proper table structure. So this is the reason, and this is the product category, and here I have the product, and this is the discount. Okay. Now I don't require this column. Let me remove this column. So in lookup table, I got the reason, product category, product, and discount. If you see the main table, in the main table also I have the common columns, reason, product group, and the product, and also have the sales. But I want to calculate discount rate. So for to get the discount rate, let me merge these two tables. Let me merge these two tables. Let me take left table as a sales data, and right table will become lookup table. Let me take lookup table, and the common column is reason with reason. So three joining conditions I am writing: product category, product group with product category, product with product, and the join type I am going to use inner join. Let me click on OK. So I got these. So in lookup table, which it contains all the columns, reason, product category, product, and discount. I don't require the reason, product category. I required only discount column. Let me take the discount column. So this is the discount. So I got this discount column. Let me take this here. So to calculate discount rate, so how I can calculate the discount rate? Let me discount rate. It is a multiplication of sales and discount. To calculate discount rate, I'm going to create a new column, new custom column. So I want to calculate discount rate. That's the multiplication of sales and discount. So let me calculate discount rate. So let me calculate the discount rate here. Discount rate is the multiplication of sales and discount. So then I will get the discount rate. So you can check here. I got the discount rate, which is in the green color. $120. Sorry, that is a discount rate. This is the discount rate. And this is the discount. Discount equal to multiplication of sales and discount rate. And now I want to calculate net sales. Net sales, it is the subtraction of sales minus discount. Net sales equal to sales minus discount. Let me create a new column, custom column. It's the subtraction of sales and discount, then you will get the net sales. Then you will get the net sales here. I got the net sales. The first record is 8278, 8278, which is in the red color. I got it as it is in the output. So this is the lookup discount rate and calculate the sales. I got the calculation of sales. So let me see another file, rows to the column data set. So the raw data is like this. The raw data is like this. First column it is showing the date, and second column it is showing the measures, values. Alternate column is showing the date values. Alternate records are showing dates, and alternate records are showing measures. I want to convert this raw data into this format. So this is the date column here I have. I require that one, and I require the amount value. So I require in this format with the column for. I want to convert rows to the column data set. Let me take this file here in Excel. So let me take rows to the column data set file. So from this Excel files, I want to extract only one sheet, that is raw data. Let me take the raw data and load this file. So I got this file, right? Let me generate a sequence number. How you can generate a sequence number? There is an index column transformation. Let me start with the sequence 1. I got this index, and I want to use one more transformation, information. If it is even, it will return the true value. The second record is the even number, that will return the true value, and fourth one is the even number, that will return the true value. Sixth one is the number, that is an even number, that will return the true value. Just click on the is even. Wherever we have the even number, it will return the true value. So on second value we have a true, on fourth we have true, on sixth we have true, on eighth we have true, on 10th we have true, on 12th we have true. On all even numbers it is displaying the true value. Here let me write one condition. Let me write one custom column. In custom column, generally we will write the M language. Generally we will write the M language. So let me write if condition, if it is the is even, if it is the is even, if it is even, then index minus 1 I want to display. If it is not the even number, else I'm going to write the index. If it is even, then index minus 1, else the same index value. Let me create this new column. Yeah, this is the first set with the 1 1, the second set 3 3, the third set 5 5, 7 7, 9 9, 11 11, and 13 13. That is one set, right? So now I don't require this sequence number. Just remove the sequence number. So I remove the sequence number here, right? So what I will do now, let me select the is even and custom column. Let me select is even and custom column and right click on it and unpivot other columns. Unpivot other columns. So I got this set. First 8 columns contain date and second 8 columns contains values. Let me merge this custom and attribute. Let me merge this custom and attribute with the separator. Let me use the custom separator. That is the pipe. I'm using the custom separator. Okay. So here I have false from 1 to 8, from 9 to 16. I have true value. I want to convert these records to the columns. Let me apply pivot. Let me apply the pivot transformation on is even. So we use the pivot column. If you use the pivot column, rows will convert it to the columns. So what is the value column? Value column is the value, and click on the advanced option. I don't want to do any aggregate. Just click on OK. So now I got the false value. That is the value of date. That is the value of date. And this is the value of amount. I got the amount here. Remove this column. I don't require that column. So you got the same data as it is. So let me display data in ascending format. On 1st January, I have 7615 data. On 1st January, I have 7615 data. So it is converted, the row format converted to the column data set. Now let me work with the 7th file, that is the invoice data. So I have the data like this invoice. Invoice, I already have the invoice that is in the proper column format, and also I have invoice date that is in the proper column format, but category that is in different format, right? That is in different format, and subcategory also I have in different format, and also I have product ID, products, that is also in different format. So let me take this file into the Power BI. Let me take source as the Excel sheet and take the file here. That is the invoice data. So that file is loading into the Power BI. And let's do the modification with the help of some Power Query transformations. Let me take the raw data. So if you see, the first file is the input file and second file is the output file. So I have to convert into this proper column format. So now, where is the raw data? Here I have the raw data. Just click on the column 1 and click on the transformation transpose. If you use the transpose transformation, it treats rows as a columns columns as a rows. Just click on the transpose, right? No, we didn't get it. Let me roll back the step. In column header, it is showing category column. In column header, it is showing category data. Let me bring the header to the first record. So now here I have category and I have subcategory and I have product ID. Now click on the column 1 and use the transformation transpose. It treats rows as a columns, columns as a rows. Just click on the transformation transpose. Now this is the category column, this is the subcategory column, this is the product ID column. Here I have. Let me merge these three columns. Let me merge the columns. With the separator. Let me use custom separator. Click on. Okay. Again, click on the column 1 and do the transpose again. Now the column headers on first record invoice, invoice date, category, subcategory. So let me bring this first record as a column header. Let me treat first record as a header. So here I got the invoice, right? I got the invoice. And here I got the invoice date. Okay, invoice and invoice date, I got it here. Here in the third column, I have category, subcategory, product ID. It contains all the category information. Now I want to convert these column headers to the rows. So let me highlight these. For example, if these columns contains 1000 columns, I cannot select all the 1000 columns. It will take a lot of time. Instead of selecting all 1000 columns, let me select this invoice and invoice date and do the transformation unpivot other columns. So if you click on this unpivot other columns, it will convert the column headers to the rows. I got it. This. Let me split this column. Let me split the column by the delimiter. Use the pipe is the delimiter. So now it will split into the three columns. One is category, another is a subcategory, another is a product. This is the category. And this one is the subcategory. And this one is the product I have here. And the last column is amount. So first record contains 12,672. First record contains 12,672, right? So we work with all types of case studies. So now let me come to the power pivot DAX. So in the power pivot, we will use DAX, data analysis expression. So why we use power pivot? I want to write the formulas. I want to do the data analysis. So there I can use this power pivot DAX. For example, there are some employees. Let me close this editor, Power Query editor. So let me show you employee data set. I have employees in the employee table. I want to calculate employee tax for each employee. So I want to write the formula 10% tax for each employee. So I want to write the formula. So to write the formula, we will use Power Pivot Dax. So let me show you employee table. So before that, you can see the three tabs are here. You can see the first tab is for the visualization. Here we have the different types of visualizations like a column chart, bar chart, pie charts. And second tab is about here you can write the DAX formulas. Here you can see this is the one DAX formula. And coming to the third one, it will show you the relationships between the tables. It will show you the data model. So just click on the DAX editor. This is the DAX editor. So here I have some 21 employees. For each employee, I want to calculate tax. For each employee, I want to calculate tax. So for that, let me right click on the employee data set. It will show you some options. In this, you can see new measure and new column. Here I want to create each record level calculation. To calculate record level calculation, you have to select the option new column. It will create a new column and it will calculate each employee tax. Yeah, I got the column here, the formula. So there's a 10% tax, right? Let me create a new column again. So here I want to calculate employees tax. So that's the 10% tax. 10 multiplied by employee salary, which is divided by 100. So then you will calculate, you will get the employee tax for each employee and click on the enter. So employee tax is calculated for each employee. If you want to calculate record level calculation, you have to select new column. You want to do some aggregations like a sum, maximum, and complicated calculations. You have to use new measure. You have to create new measure. I want to calculate total salaries of employees. So there I can use sum of employee salary. It is slow here. We create a new measure. So here I'm going to calculate sum of employee total salaries. That's the sum of employee salary. So employee is the table name and employee salary is the column name. Now I will get the employee total salaries. So that one, it won't appear here in this table because I didn't create a new column. I created a measure. So measure will appear on the view. So let me come to the view. So what I have calculated total salaries, right? Employee total salaries. Let me take the visualization data card. It will display the number. So total salaries are 162.86 total salaries. If you see the table, and under the continent column, I have the different continents: Asia, North America, Australia. I want to calculate only Asia salaries, Asia total salaries. So right click on it and create a new measure. It is creating the measure. So I'm going to calculate Asia total salaries. Asia total salaries. That's further to calculate only Asia total salaries. I'm going to use function calculate. If you click on the calculate, it is showing two values. I require first one as an expression, that is sum of employee salary, and next one is the filter. So what is the filter? Let me take continent equal to Asia. Continent equal to Asia. Let me take continent as a Asia and click on end bracket. After writing the formula, Dax formula, just click on the end, which is calculating Asia salaries. Let me show you that measure here. Asia total salaries. This is about Asia total salaries. And here I want to calculate Asia and North America total salaries. Let me reuse this formula. Let me reuse this formula and create a measure. Let me create a measure. I want to calculate Asia and North America total salaries. So let me take Asia, comma, North America. North America, right? Use the curly brackets because I have the two values, right? This is a one group. So equal to operator will take only single value. But to take the multiple values, you have to use in operator. Now you can calculate Asia and North America salaries. So here it is letting the measure and calculating Asia and North America salaries. Let me drag and drop here and use the data card. This is displaying Asia and North America salaries. So this is the DAX functions. So here we worked with measures and calculate column. So we will use a column when we need to slice or filter on the value. So when we will use, if you want to calculate each record level calculation, you will use calculate column. And when you will use the measure, if you want to calculate aggregations, ratios, percentages, there you will use measure. So column will consume the memory, measure will consume the CPU processing unit. Let's come to the DAX functions. So we have the DAX functions like aggregate functions, counting functions, logical functions, information functions, mathematical functions. So that functions we'll see tomorrow. So aggregation functions like a sum, maximum, minimum. And also we have some iterative functions in aggregations like a sum x, max x. These are the some iterative functions. Okay, so these functions we'll discuss tomorrow. Let me stop the session now. Do you have any doubts? Ashish, do you have any doubts? Do you have all the files with you? I think I sent you the Power Query files, right? All the Power Query files I sent you. This query editor Power Query files I sent you. And let me stop the session now. We'll continue tomorrow with DAX functions.